Sometimes you just pick the day. You know the day I'm talking about. The one where everything comes together. That happened to us. We arrived in Morehead City, North Carolina, just as the very first bluefin tuna are exiting the Gulf Stream for a fall feeding frenzy. Want to see how it went?
Nice fish, girl. Super tight. Look how round that fish is. That's a big fish, guys.
I've done a lot of fishing in a lot of places, but never have I seen anything like this.
Evolution.
Now, this Hatteras Inlet here is one of the most treacherous inlets on the whole coast, and I want to pick my way through there slowly. Don't want to put the boat on a shoal.
No, there's no markings on the map.
Well, that's because it changes. Almost every time they have a storm or a big wind, the channel shifts so much here. So treacherous.
Morehead City is part of North Carolina's Crystal Coast, just south of the Outer Banks. As the crow flies, the city's front stoop is only 30 to 40 miles from the Gulf Stream. North Carolina knows its fishing. Game Fish Junction, it's been called. And I think we've got the guy to take us there. These historic waters have known pirates and sportsmen. Every so often, you find a mix of both.
Okay, eat it. Oh, did you see that? Well done. My name is Jacky Dufour. We are in Marshaburg, right here at the harbor. I was born in Senegal, West Africa, but have lived here in Morehead City for the last 5 or 6 years. So, there you go.
Is there anybody in your life that's influential as far as your fishing career?
No. My own damn self.
North Carolina's Crystal Coast has a spectrum of species. Inshore, flounder and redfish cruise the shoals and marsh grasses. Offshore, there's dolphin, snapper, wahoo, and marlin. But fall in Morehead City means bluefin tuna.
That fish is such a badass fish that it can go anywhere in the ocean that it wants to. And I think we just happened to have a few years where there was a section of fish, so like 5 years worth of spawning fish that just did not have Morehead City in their GPS.
In the Atlantic, Nova Scotia and the Florida Keys represent the northern and southern bookends for these incredible pelagics. They typically arrive here in November, eager to feed on the massive schools of menhaden.
We've seen that they've gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, especially in Oregon Inlet. They started out a lot of short fish, and now we're catching a lot of 100-inch or bigger fish. Since they put in the protections and lowered the limits commercially, the fish have gotten thicker and thicker. And the stock of fish that we have right now, luckily for us, is wanting to come to Morehead City, and they show up in November and they stay through January or February.
But first, some fun fishing before playing the blues. First, find the bait. Menhaden, AKA bunker, AKA pogies, AKA fatbacks, AKA shad. Locating the bait was easy. There were only a few hundred clues. And out we go from Barton's Inlet for a little fun fishing warm-up.
Oh, yeah. So we are 4 miles off of Drum Inlet on an area of hard bottom, and our water temperature is just right, 70 degrees. Should find a school of king mackerels here that's acrobatic. A grouper? Oh, a damn nice one too. Hold on, keep her. That's cool. Good king mackerel fishing, catch group. We just saw about a 300-pound bluefin air out while we were king fishing here. So we put a big bluefish out, and 2 minutes later we had something on. I'm getting ready to find out what it is here in a second. I think that's what it is. I got deep color. Yeah, big shark. He's been hooked before. See the corner of his mouth? Hi! Oh, we got our hook back. Oh, there he is. Yeah. See you next time. I guess that's why they call them smokers.
King mackerel, found from the mid-Atlantic all the way to Brazil. This smoker is about 40 pounds.
Live bait, that's the funnest way to target them. Basically, you have to find a water temperature on top of a piece of structure that's warm enough for the king mackerel. So anywhere 68.5, 70 degrees is where you want to start looking. We got lucky and found that area that was right on top of a piece of structure, and it was pretty wide open. Nice fish, girl. How about that? Not bad for your first North Carolina king mackerel.
Not bad at all.
Oh, you got it. So this is a pretty large area of hard bottom that holds a lot of bait this time of year. So far this afternoon, every time we've come across the mark of bait, we've had a bite.
All of a sudden, whack! A blue and silver bus pulls up on our spot and crushes the king mackerel bait.
We were targeting king mackerels in an area that had a lot of bluefish also, and we saw 2 bluefins jump, so we knew there were tunas in the area. But when we finally got the tuna bites on the mackerel gear, it was time to switch gears. Historically, here in Morehead City, we troll ballyhoos for bluefin tunas. This time of year, it's really tough to troll ballyhoos because there's so many king mackerels, so many albacores. In order to spend the most amount of time with baits in the water targeting bluefin tunas, we have to catch really, really big live baits. And that's to avoid having king mackerels eat all your bait. All right, good luck. Or bad luck, I should say.
Bigger fish, bigger baits, and bigger gear. After the break, we see the size of the prize.
That's a bluefin.
It's November in North Carolina, prime time for bluefin tuna. No bright colors this time of year. Instead, the epitome of earth tones. Sure, there are no hurricanes, but sporty weather aplenty.
November is a tough time in the aspect of weather. We have a lot of cold fronts that come through, but it's also a great time because the water's cooling down and all the fish are feeding up before they're moving for their migration in the wintertime. We had a really tough time finding menhaden this morning, so we came out here and jigged a few bluefish, and we're gonna see if we can't find a bluefin tuna. And we'll just let them out there 50 yards behind the boat, see what happens. Probably gonna fish 2 of them. I think we're tight. We've been fishing about 15 minutes with some live bluefish because we couldn't catch any shad. And we just hooked a double of bluefins, well, what we think are going to be bluefins. And we're getting burnt down pretty good. This is no shark.
That ain't small.
What do you think of that? Woo! Got one! All right, I'm gonna see if I can get the hook out of him. Good luck, babe! See you next week. Oh man, they do exist.
And for the coup de grace, friends, we spend our final moments with a 100-inch giant.
So we got really lucky and hooked a double header of bluefins. They both cooperated, went in different directions. And we just released the first one. We're gonna see if our lady angler can't connect on a second one here. She's getting close. You're doing good.
Thank you.
Of the biggest world record fish ever caught, a bluefin tuna is in third place. 1,496 pounds. Picture an American buffalo. Now put dorsal fins on it. It's one of nature's most incredible hunters. This specimen bests 800 pounds.
That's a big fish, guys.
Giant.
Scissor head.
Holy crap, look at that thing. That is a scuba tank.
Look how round that fish is. Pretty freaking work.
Did I make it rain? Did I paint it blue? Did I not bleed enough for you?
Be they bluefin or striped bass, the species continue to adapt. Their bait of choice, their migration patterns. What used to work for these fellows doesn't hold up anymore. And so we keep failing, learning, improving, upgrading reels and rods, line and lures. Jacky is a new generation of angler, the latest software update, unburdened by the past and running into the future.